Hello, good evening. Welcome to another Unplugged Live. I'm just waiting for my colleagues. So we're going to start shortly. Let's see if Gabriel's over here. Okay, seems like we might be having here some technical issues.
Can you hear me, Lionel?
Yes, I hear you, but...
Yes,
okay,
I can hear you too, but I can't see you.
Well, but I see you on the computer, so...
I think there's some
problems.
some problem with Facebook tonight. Well,
Yeah,
now the question is, if people they are watching us or
on
not.
the computer I can see you. Okay, so it's something with the mobile app, but well, just gonna ask if okay, if everybody's watching you, because it seems like this is really about something on the mobile app. Okay.
Yeah, this is on Facebook for sure.
Okay. Well, how have you been?
Oh, great. Well, today it was kind of a day off, but here we are. Well, amazing. I have another phone here and I can see us both.
Yeah, so there's something on the device that is capturing the image. So my phone, I cannot see your image, but on my computer that is just here in the back, I see you. So let's see if Sergio managed to join us.
Yeah, and let's check if everyone is watching us.
Okay.
Okay, oh, what's happened here? Okay. Well, definitely Facebook today is a bit crazy. I see this. Huh. Oh, you've done a live today?
Live. I was yesterday live.
Yeah.
So from Nazaré, and today I was in Sintra, doing the unique Sintra tour. So with Bister and Montserrat, which my guests enjoyed a lot. And tomorrow we'll be on the road again. So quite busy.
Well,
and can't complain.
Exactly. So you have good problems. If you are busy, I wish we all could have those problems too.
So well, I don't know about Sergio if he's having some issues or not, but well, let's start meanwhile. Okay, I'm just trying to add him over here. I don't know if it's.
We also boa noite, good evening, Antonio. Antonio, can you just help us here? Are you watching us, both of us, Gabriel and Lunel? Please let us know, because we are having some problems here to see the image. So we just want to check if everyone is watching us. Okay, but anyway, so well, let's start our chat anyway. Let's see if Sergio can join us.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Antonio can't help us too.
It's just moving out. Okay. Well,
hello. Good evening, Gail. Gail, I hope you are watching us. Can you see me, Gabriel and Lunel?
Both of us.
Yeah.
For some reason on the mobile app, my mobile phone is blocking Gabriel, and his phone is blocking me for some reason. But well,
there's so many people. They like to block me. I don't know why. Well, sometimes it happens.
Well, yeah.
Well, anyway, so let's talk about our topic.
Move on, Gabriel. You might have a lot of stuff to add related with that. And well, let's just see if Sergio manages to join us meanwhile. But
exactly.
we can move on.
Yes, of course. Okay, so today we decided to talk. Well, I can see you in a different device. This is amazing. Well, here we go. So today we decided to talk about something, let's say, more popular. I mean, because of course our core here on Portugal Unplugged, many times, most times, is about talking about, unplugging activities off the beaten path. So alternatives of the popular spots. But of course, we understand how the market works. We understand our visitors. We know what they want to see, what they are eager to see when they decided to visit our beloved country. And of course, what comes to their minds is always the images they say popping up on Facebook. So everywhere in Portugal, we have these beautiful popular spots. Well, I live in Albufeira, so one of the first touristy spots in Portugal, by the way, obviously because it's very beautiful too. And then, of course, this popularity always comes with a price. But the thing is, the place is still beautiful, right? So even yesterday, I had another good example about this. So I had the privilege to guide these 9 folks coming from Mumbai. They work a lot. They are all colleagues in the same company. They came with their boss. So it was an incentive travel. And they are just staying 3 nights in the Algarve, 1 night in Lisbon, and that's all. So they just came for 4 nights, 5 days. And of course, they asked me to see some of the most popular spots. And they mentioned, of course, Ponta da Piedade or Algar Seco. Today they went for a boat trip to see the caves. So this is pretty normal. And of course, I understand this too. I embrace this. Of course, as a local, I know so much more beyond the popular spots that we have always this will to tell people, okay, this is good, but we have way more here and there. So this is part of our core, and we Portuguese people, we are always so proud to share our country and our things and our hidden gems and our secrets and our history and our stories. So we ended up visiting these 2 wonderful spots. Carvoeiro, so Carvoeiro, Algar Seco. It was busy, so way more busy than in the past years in February. Then in the afternoon, we went to Lagos. Okay, it was Sunday too, so Lagos, yeah, there was a lack of atmosphere. Some shops, they were closed, but it was a Sunday. Yesterday it was Sunday, so it's pretty normal. People, they have to take some rest. And then by Ponta da Piedade, we saw also a few folks. We had a beautiful afternoon, so it was cloudy during the day, but then the sky cleared up, and we went there. We took amazing photos. I shared yesterday on several groups, so it was really amazing. And I was talking with these guys, and these guys, they are very, let's say, very educated. They work with this stock market, so they are very very aware about everything. They travel a lot. They travel to America. They travel to South America. They've been in Japan. So there are people very aware when it comes for travel. And then they told me, no, Gabriel, these spots, they are absolutely amazing. So I understand why people, they want to see this. And then, yeah, and then I said, yeah, you are totally right. I mean, I know these places for ages, for over 30 years, way before they become popular. And I remember to think why people, they are not coming here to visit this. So, because let's be honest, 20, 25 years ago, the Algarve, it was just about summer. It was just about, well, let's go to the beach in summer, some big disco clubs. So it was about party, relax, golf, and summer. So I remember very well that the first day of September, we were looking around where the people gone. So the peak season, it used to be just 3 months. And then September started getting busy too, also June. Now we have a bigger season. I call now the peak season from April throughout October. Of course, then we have the madness peak season. That's so in July and August, because that's when we have this match between international tourists and many Portuguese who are on vacation. And then what they do, they drive south because they want to enjoy their vacation time too. And of course, the south coast of the Algarve is known for having a warmer weather, less wind, beautiful beaches, and everything we know about the Algarve. But recently, I noticed that people, they are coming way more off season, and they are visiting these spots. I can name it. I can name the most popular spots here. So Benagil Cave, Carvoeiro, Lagos, Ponta da Piedade, the Cape St. Vincent, Albufeira, of course, Falésia. Nowadays, it's getting more popular too, and I've been trying to promote these different Algarve too, not just me, some other guides too, and many tourists and many expats. Now they are way more aware about the region. So places like Faro, Lolé, Olhão, right next to Faro, Tavira, of course, but also Vila Real, the small villages like Fuzeta, Altura, Mantarrota, Castro Marim, Alcotim. Everywhere in the Algarve, it's getting now a bit more popular. And this is great. But of course, when people, they come to visit us for the first time, well, of course, they want to see these, let's say, these most popular spots like the caves. When people, I can imagine when people, they Google Portugal, Algarve, what gonna pop up? The caves, the coastline, and that's it, obviously. Because of course you've been here, of course, Lionel. So I mean, every time I go to, like yesterday, I went to Ponta da Piedade. I don't know, I've been there maybe 1,000 times. Or when I go and I explore the rock formations of Algar Seco, I always feel the same. I mean, I look around and then I think, well, this is really amazing. This is really beautiful. Sometimes I forget this because I go there quite often, right? But hey, we are here also to help and to tell people, there's nothing wrong to visit the popular spots. Of course, in summers, during some seasons, they are packed with people. But even with people, the place is still amazing. So sometimes when we locals or maybe some tourists, they say, oh no, the place was overrun. Well, overrun. Okay, when we go to a concert, it's overrun, but we paid a ticket to, I don't know, to watch Guns N' Roses or Bruce Springsteen. Well, at least me, I'm not that young. But yeah, that's it, so it makes sense to visit the popular spots. And I know, Lionel, you live in a place, because this is not just about the Algarve, around Lisbon. For God's sake, when we hear nowadays about Cascais, Gabriel, Sintra, Óbidos, well, let us know about what you feel there. I'm pretty sure people, when they ask you about your tours or what you do or what you want to show, they will also always bring these wonderful spots too. Huh?
Yeah, well, it's well, around Lisbon, of course, one of the major spots is really Sintra. Okay, and I've been having this conversation very often. Sintra is struggling with a few issues. Sintra is having, well, a lot of people. But I support that people should spread the load to make it work. Of course, not everybody can travel well in different seasons, and we'll have the peak season, which, in fact, I totally acknowledge that Sintra can be a little bit frustrating, I would say, for some people that to land over there and they try to figure out how to move, where to go, and so on. And it's common, okay? People ask for the several spots, for the main spots, and we try to tell them, okay, this works this or that way. You might not get a great experience here or there because this or that condition, but it's always possible to visit if you really know how to move around, or if you really set your goals, okay? And that's the issue. Every traveler is different, and today I had a lovely couple. I will be with them again, and they were telling me, well, not even in our wildest dreams we would figure out how to move over here, because now we understand when people say that this isn't so easy, and we need to understand how to move around, and they totally totally understood when I told them, okay, let's do it this way, let's do it that way, because you will get more for your from your experience, from your time, and you'll totally understand what we advocate over here about unplugging and visiting a place in a slightly different manner. But they they were open to that and they agreed with that. But of course, people want to travel. Some people want to see the popular spots. Fine. But then you have other people that they travel and they really don't want to stand in lines or don't want to spend too much time waiting here and there. But they are okay with taking these options. They totally understand what we're providing. But then there's this little catch. A lot of people, they travel, but they cannot really disconnect from what they have at home that attracts them, what they really still want to follow, what they really still want to see or watch or whatever. Okay, so it happened to me that Super Bowl yesterday through the night, and well they still had their priorities. Okay, they really wanted to watch the game. And of course, they came on the tour, and they apologized. Okay, we went to sleep quite late, so sorry because we are a little bit out of juice. But we are here to enjoy the tour, and we are here to make the best of it. And this is just an example to tell everybody that each person is different, of course, but it's really about people setting their goals, setting what they really, really want. Okay, and when we say, okay, if you go there, you might not enjoy the experience. Okay, this is our point of view. But some people might be really fine with standing in a line to see a popular place because they really need to have that picture. They really need to see that spot. Okay, it's not what we really are up to, what we really appreciate, but some people are really into that. So the thing is, a lot of people end up going to do this to go to these popular places because they were not presented with an alternative, and this is the issue. I see people following kind of very strictly all sorts of recommendations that we know those are just the popular places. Okay, those are just the popular spots, and people just follow that, but they weren't presented with the alternatives. So my advice is, if it's really something that people say, oh, this is I traveled through the world just to see this place. Okay, well, go for it, but don't limit your visit to just that place. Don't limit your options to just that place if you didn't have the chance to research, if you didn't have the chance to look a little bit wider around, okay, or around the corner, what does exist. And this is the issue I've been feeling with the majority of the mass crowds, or the mass tourism, mostly with tour operators and big tour operators and even some smaller ones. There was a recipe that was established and it's being repeated to exhaustion. And that's what you were telling. Okay, if you research the Algarve, probably one of the first images that pops up, it's like or Ponta da Piedade or Benagil. Okay, and people think the Algarve is just that. The same thing. Oh, let's research about Porto, and the first thing that shows up, okay, it's port wine. And you see everywhere people asking, oh, I don't drink, should I go to Porto? Okay, or should I skip it? So it's totally fine when people follow the trends to see the popular spots, but the message I want to leave, it's really search or research a little bit more, investigate a little bit more, ask questions, and check what exists beyond that. Because in most cases, okay, people end up just following something that in fact they might not enjoy, but they also didn't research more than that. And well, I just saw Vitor posting Sintra. It's not only Pena Palace. Well, I don't remember when was the last time I was at Pena Palace. Well, no, I was there in December on a training visit. Okay, because I was well giving some training to someone, and I was there, but it was a quick run. Okay, it was a quick run. And this is the thing, okay? These misconceptions or the lack of information regarding the places, it's what ends up to lead people to well, to certain spots, and everybody goes there. Okay, it's like the the same thing I've been telling about restaurants and stuff through the times, that people go crazy. They go well, desperately trying to book a certain restaurant because it got a big hype online. In fact, there's already several months that we don't hear, well, some trendy names, or we don't read some trendy names online. But there was the time that it was day after day after day, always the same places.
Well, hypes don't last too long.
Exactly. And just around the corner, you might have had, or you might have some better places, okay, that, well, people don't go there because they don't know. I'm going to give you, or I'm going to tell you what just happened today. And in fact, this now, it just reminded me of what happened. I was walking out of Bista Palace in Sintra, okay, and my guests loved it. And we saw people stopping by, looking at the sign, but moving on. Okay, or some people that were walking on the street, they were just looking to the gate, to the entrance, and they kept moving. Okay, and my guest commented this with me. It's just well, crazy to see. Okay, that people that they just look and keep on going because they don't know, they never heard. Okay, they never dared to explore or to research. Okay, they don't know what they're missing. Okay, so this happens so much. And the example is, imagine this, and this used to happen a long time ago in a specific town, and probably, well, Vitor, it's over here, and I'm gonna throw this ball to his side. Once again with the topic of restaurants. Okay, I remember like 20 years ago, you would go to Setúbal, to a street that has several restaurants. One of them had the lineup of people at the door. The other ones had the cooks at the door. Okay, like the chef back then. We didn't used to call them the chef. Okay, the cook or the waiter, they were at the door looking on what was going on the street, and right next door was a restaurant with a lineup of people. Okay, because everybody was going there because that one was the best. Well, probably people never challenge themselves to try the other one next door. Okay, so this is happening a little bit everywhere. It's perfectly fine for people to go to the trendy places, but always, okay, expand the horizons a little bit, always explore a little bit beyond, because, well, there might be something suitable or more suitable for everyone's preference. But, well, it's this is a personal feeling, and I know you feel pretty much, well, the same way. And we try to
the market is
help
the
the most
same.
we can.
We work with the same market, just the regions are a little different. Yeah, but at some point it's the same. You touched some nice points, and I just want to emphasize some. Like you mentioned something about misconceptions, and almost every day we see, like even now, even 30 minutes ago, I just tried to help someone who was asking, I don't even know exactly where, and they were saying, you know, we are going to the Algarve in April for the first time. We want to avoid the crowds. We wanna have a restaurant by the beach, but quaint and not touristy. This is a misconception. You know, in April there are no crowds. Even in Albufeira, Lagos, Praia da Rocha, Carvoeiro, you know, it's amazing. I live in Albufeira. I'm not going to tell you to go to the strip in August, but if you walk now there, okay, it's shut down. But we have many other spots where people, they can enjoy. I mean, and coming to Portugal or coming to the Algarve and expecting to have some bars, restaurants, maybe some fishermen bringing fish to the table, this is a dream. This doesn't happen anymore. this was happening maybe in the Algarve maybe 40, 50 years ago. Not this, even in Nazaré, I'm pretty sure now it's getting way more touristy. So I'm a traveler too, I'm a tourist too. So when we travel to a country, we can't expect to enjoy something like going to a country and without tourists. No, if the place is good, tourists they are there, and all touristy spots, they're actually very beautiful. And like you said, Lionel, even in these touristy spots, there are many hidden gems. You know, I live here. I live in on the northern outskirts of Albufeira. If I walk 1.5 kilometers, so let's say 1 mile, I can reach the street. I don't go there in summer, it's crazy. If I walk there now, it's just another street. But from here, I can walk the same distance, but just towards north, and I will ended up in a beautiful vineyard, Quinta do Canhoto. See, and then if I walk 5 minutes, I have a beautiful countryside, and we have Parque Aventura, and we have so many things to do here. So these misconceptions also happens. You know, sometimes people they want to go to some popular spots, and then we have on the other hand people who really think these spots are crazy. Well, Vitor, you've been here yesterday. Yeah, I had a big tour. That's why I didn't go for a coffee with you, but I will. And you notice, right? You stay in Solimar, right in the old town. Okay, the old town, it was, yeah, now in winter, it's not even busy. Some oriented places, they are closed. But if we explore the whole city, we will find beautiful spots here and there. Rinatel, Hora, Santa Eulalia, Falésia, so many spots where we can find 1, 2 restaurants, 1, 2 cafes where we really can enjoy. So April, for instance, April, it's a good month to visit the whole region. So these misconceptions, this is what we many times we try to break, because you know there's this information and people they are not aware about, for instance, the seasons. So, oh, don't go there because it's overcrowded. But the person is asking, how is the place in February? So there are no crowds there. Okay, so the same goes for the very popular spots, like I mentioned. If I go tomorrow to visit the Cape St. Vincent, Benagil, Marinha, perfect. If you ask me, Gabriel, we want to walk the Seven Hanging Valleys in August. Well, I have to say what I feel. I mean, okay, I can take you there. We have to be there at 8, otherwise I can't park my car. And yeah, of course, it's going to be very hot too. And then we're going to explore, but expect to see loads of people in loads of boats exploring the caves in the ocean and making noise. But you're going to take really beautiful photos because the places, they're still beautiful. Yesterday at Ponta de Piedade, there was one boat, no kayaks, no paddles, nothing. If you go there in 3-4 months, in May, if you go there in May, it's going to be packed with boats, kayaks. It is what it is. So the places is still amazing. We understand why people they want to go to visit these wonderful spots, but as a locals and moreover as professionals, we can stop ourselves to try to tell people what to expect in different seasons, different spots, because we know better. We work here and we work in this field. It's like you mentioned a chef or a cook, right? I can grill some fish, I can do something. But if I go to a Michelin restaurant, I'm gonna look there and I'm gonna feel lost. I don't understand what they're doing, right? but I know it's a good restaurant. So sometimes we need help to explore these spots. So Lionel, I don't know if you have something more to add. What I have to say, just to finish my hand is, you know, guys, Portugal is amazing. The beautiful popular spots, they are amazing. Just be aware about the seasons, about the schedule. Sometimes there are times of the day you can visit. Ask for help, locals. You know, local guides. Most people they don't need local guides. They don't want local guides, and it's fine. But for those who really want to improve their time, vacation time here, and they want to learn and they want to immerse themselves, so we are here to help too. There are beautiful, great guides throughout the country. And we are here to help, and we are here to, you know, we are also influencers, so that's why we are running this podcast. That's why we keep posting every day. That's why we keep answer some questions. Sometimes it looks like we are just trying to put the ideas of people down, but it's not. We are just try to make people a bit more aware about what is Portugal. So Portugal is popular, and then what is not popular, many times it's even better. I mean, it's just so to speak. Okay, but we have so many places to explore. Lionel, anything else?
I'm just trying to find here something that I wrote a few weeks ago, and I saw someone just reacted to that. Let me see where I have that, okay? Because I wrote something that really goes well to what you were just saying, okay? But I cannot find here. But
there's still something I mentioned on the post, but I think we didn't touch so well. Well, you know, for instance,
but
yes.
I'm just searching for something in here, but for some reason I'm not finding it in here. But
it must be a hidden gem. That's why you can't find it.
No. The thing is, I replied. I remember replying to someone. Okay, as a tour guide, I don't consider the Pena Palace to be a must-see because of the experience itself. But what I really want as a tour guide, it's people to go back home and feel that they had a great time in here, and they will be the best ambassadors for this country. Okay, it was something like this because it's pretty much this. I'm not going to recommend or take people to a certain place that I will easily understand that they might not enjoy it. And then when they'll get back home, they are not going to make good publicity of it. Okay?
Yeah.
I want people to be happy when they'll get back home to tell everybody how great Portugal is, how great their experience was. Now, what's the catch? Are they going to have the greatest time ever in the Pena Palace? And I'm using this as an example. Probably not, unless, okay, the things are timed quite well, or they compromise something. By example, okay, just going there and seeing the exteriors, not visiting the interior, going there at a certain time of the day that it might be a little bit quieter, going there off season, because on peak season it's impossible to have a good experience. And this is what we really want. It's to have people happy with what they got in here. And it's a different approach to the business. And I've been kind of, talking a little bit about this. And, each one knows about its own business and about its own way of thinking or living or doing things. But I'm not gonna do something just because, it needs to be done. And I know that in the future, okay, people are not gonna make the best publicity of the country or even from the experience they had, because they just wanted to go there and they didn't understand when I was recommending, or when we are recommending. Probably you're not going to like it, okay? Probably it's not, the best way or the best, option to take. And because in the end, okay, what really matters is to have people, the thousands and the millions of people we have visiting Portugal, to go back to their homes, to their countries, and to tell everybody Portugal has been great, okay?
Yeah.
And this is an issue. If you just follow a list or a kind of an exhausted recipe, okay, most people will not go back home and tell everybody how it was. And I use this example, and I'm going to go back again to the Pena Palace. And I might have some footage. Well, I have videos on my camera. I still need to edit that. Walking up to the Pena Palace on the big ramp, okay, so it's still quite a walk up. It's hard to see a lot of happy people walking down, okay? So because probably they didn't have the greatest experience that they were expecting. And I love that place, okay? And I've been saying this, and I've been working around Sintra for a long time, okay? Since 2006 that I'm a freelancer doing stuff over there. But what I've seen, it's a lot of people just going on the search of the flashy pictures, and then when they come back, yeah, is it just this?
It's okay.
This
It's
wasn't
okay.
really
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
So
Well,
people
because they created really big expectations too.
exactly
Yeah.
okay, and I've been I had someone telling me this. Okay, we've been to Pena Palace. Yeah, it was okay, but if we knew what it was, we wouldn't take it. Okay, or
Yeah.
we're not gonna repeat it.
You
And
know,
once again,
Lionel,
I love the place. Okay,
yeah.
but unfortunately, the experience it's everything. Okay,
It's too,
so
yeah, exactly. You said something so nice because the places they are amazing, but the experiences sometimes they are not for
yeah,
many reasons.
so
Imagine if you go to visit a spot like Ponta da Piedade at low tide, it's totally different.
I know,
So sometimes
I know.
I've been there and there was no boat and whatever. Well, the tide it was totally low, or or maybe people, oh, but it was so overcrowded. Of course, because you just went there when the boats is coming from the terminal cruise in Portimão. They all went there at the same time.
hmm
So many times we have, I don't like to say miserable experiences, but less good experience when we go to a spot because we don't have the knowledge to go there on the right time, following the tides. Some spots, like here in the Algarve, some spots they are way more beautiful in the afternoon than in the morning, and vice versa.
Yeah.
So this is all
Well,
knowledge we've been gathering, and
yeah.
many people they don't know this. So, but this is
Well,
another. I think this is another talk.
this is as we usually say in Portugal, and literally translating it, too many years rotating chickens. Okay, so and I use that expression as well.
Flipping,
And if
flipping chicken.
people, yes, if people want to learn about that, just follow my Desirable Portugal Facebook. Every Monday we've been doing a Pardon My Portuguese feature that is about funny expressions. Okay, but yes, that one, the too many years turning chickens. We've been talking about. Okay, so
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
years of expertise that allow us to know
Yeah.
what's this. I consider this, or I use this as an example. Okay, it's like you know which day of the week the restaurant closes. That restaurant closes. You know which day of the week that monument
Exactly.
isn't open. Uh, and we end up, and this is curious, okay? We end up knowing the routines of a lot of
Yeah.
people on the business because it's pretty much the same old same every day after day
Yeah.
after day. So
Yeah.
we know where the swarms are, where the crowds are, where all of
Yeah.
that. We
Exactly.
make our best to avoid them, okay? But we cannot predict everything. So
Yeah.
if I
Exactly.
could predict the weather, it would be great, okay? But
Yeah.
that's another story.
Or the lottery. The lottery would be
Yeah,
better.
exactly. But sometimes just the weather, okay?
Yeah.
But yes. Well, it's been a nice chat. I want to
Yeah.
thank everybody who commented over here. Okay, Vitor has been quite supportive over here. In fact, well, for people that really want to visit a cool place, okay, scroll up a little bit because Vitor just mentioned the place where he lives, Sesimbra. A lot of people have
Yeah.
been missing that. Just avoid it on the peak months of summer because it's a beach town. So outside of July, August, where it's still manageable, but outside of July, August,
Yeah.
it's a great place to visit.
It is.
Um, and I just love the castle over there and the views from the castle. So this is a free consumer advice right here. And it was a lovely chat like always. We'll be
Exactly.
back next
A
week.
pleasure.
I will be on tour tomorrow again, so if you see me on the road, just say hi. I won't be on the bright orange bus, so I'm going back to to the black van tomorrow. But it is what it is. Okay, so people have been loving the buzz on the road, but some of the tours still need to be done with the other
Yeah.
vans. But
Exactly.
well, if you see me around, just say hi, and we'll be back next week. So thank you again, Gabriel, for being
Thank you
here,
too.
and
Thank you, everyone.
wishing you a great week. Thank you, everybody. Well,
great,
good evening.
Great week ahead, and we'll be here on Monday. Hopefully, Sergio will join us. Sometimes,
Yes.
you know, we have families, we have last-minute things that happens, and sometimes we can't show up. But there's always someone around here, and it's always a great privilege. Bye-bye, guys. Bye-bye, Lionel.
Thank you.
See you
Good
next
evening.
week.
Thank you.
Next week.
See you next week.